I was stuck because I couldn't walk, and all these other things started happening to me. I gained 20 pounds of water weight. Again, nobody knew about the Guillain-Barré um, until 5 months later, but my most certainly my naturopath that thank God I found Kat Parker. A year later, it took that long for it to move inside, whether it be the C19 or whatever was in the shot. And of course, I started studying it. Thank God for CAP because I had the neuroflame, like everybody else. I didn't know what was going on with me. The neuroflame that most of us get from this is you you can't move, you cry, and you want to commit suicide. Now that isn't me, but we've all discussed it. Now we had a small amount in the group. Again, if I hadn't found Cat Parker, I mean, I, told me, yeah, this is really happening. I ended up with SIBO. I've got Epstein-Barr syndrome, not diagnosed by my regular doctors, which is a group. I was just pretty much in shock. All the money went. And there were days I couldn't get out of bed. I mean, after working 12 hours a day. And I found a naturopath a year later. I ended up with SIBO, gallbladder, Epstein-Barr syndrome, which I had never had. I never had COVID, but within my heart, um, yeah. Within my heart, I knew that's what it was because I was doing the studies on it. They refused to help me in any way, shape, or form. Uh, 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 that maybe they didn't know. But the naturopath took one look at me that 1 year later. He says, I know exactly what you have. All naturopaths knows, all functional doctors, but we can't say anything. I couldn't even say the word V, even though when you have the flu, I found out from a nurse friend, 153,000 get it from the flu, so what difference does it make? Um, and I did by mistake, I guess, I didn't know, I couldn't say, the only thing I can think of is that, 2 weeks ago, oh, well, then they're screaming and yelling at me and telling me I'm wrong and sending me around to doctor to doctor to doctor until I found out what was going on. And I started going to the naturopath. He kept me going. He unparalyzed my spine, my legs. He got that extra 20 pounds of water weight that went into my legs. I'm on, as you can see, fat medication now, all kinds of medication that is keeping me going. Finally made it back down to Florida. Remember, 20 years as a snowbird. It took me 2 years to get back down here. And thank you, Governor DeSantis. I couldn't thank you more for somebody to acknowledge us and what's going on, because now we've got 10,000 people from all over the world asking for help. Kat has worked her buns off, and she is also injured. I only took the one, obviously. Um, uh, Everybody, most of us lost our families and everything because of the non-belief, a lot of abuse when you're hobbling down the road. When they could have given me Orthovisc, we found out the Orthovisc worked, and then by that time I'm 65 and I'm on Medicare, and they're cutting back on a lot of that stuff. I mean, thank God I've got it. So what we need from you, for those of us who've been put into poverty over this, some people have spent $50,000 or whatever it is, we have just shared with each other what has worked for us. I have these purple arms, as you can see, that I didn't